So it's officially golden hour. Nonetheless, I'm very excited to talk to you about how to craft a near flawless, high converting, welcome sequence series of emails. Let's jump right into it together. First, let's talk about how you got here, like basically why you need a welcome flow, and then we'll talk about how to actually build one out. And then together, we are going to build at least the first leg of an email of a welcome flow together. So let's go to number one, how we got here. So at the moment, what you are likely doing is you are currently paying for, like, let's call them units of exposure. So this can be like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or even influencers. And you are renting social real estate, and you are making many people become aware of your brand or product. Okay, that just basically means that they simply know who you are, and they know that you are a cool brand and you have something to offer them. However, 99% of people that just simply visit your website will not convert, otherwise we'd all be millionaires. Then what is the job of email marketing? Well, email marketing or retention marketing serves the function of walking down potential customers through a series of engaging steps for them to pass through awareness stage, problem awareness stage, solution awareness, meaning that they now have realized, you are the solution, to consideration, considering you, and where we all want to be, making a purchase. This is when the customer, has a big smile on their face and they exchange happily dollars for your product or service. The beautiful thing about retention marketing, however, is that once you acquire a customer for the first time, you are not only hoping to have them purchase once, but you are banking all of your efforts and all of your energy to make them purchase twice, 3 times, 4 times, and forever. This is actually why retention marketing is really important, because you now walk down current customers into another funnel where they become, adopters of your product, like fully retained. They help you make your product better, and they become those who sell your product for you because they're diehard. Like, they're just so down for how good your product is and how good you have made their lives. So they sell it for you. And then what do? You just put them right back into the funnel again. And this is how you increase average order value. This is how you increase customer lifetime value. So why is this important for you to set up? Like, you want to maximize your ad spend, right? You want to convert costly paid traffic efficiently and boost your return on advertising. It's that simple. Then why this is also important is you are guiding new users, right? You are directing incoming leads into your core conversion path and ensuring them a smooth journey. So what we are currently doing, or continually doing through the Welcome series, is guiding potential customers to the next step. Here's the next step. Here's the next thing you need to learn. Here's the next thing that you need to do in order to purchase a product. So let's now go into the economics behind a welcome flow, or like what should be good metrics to follow when you are setting up a welcome flow. And honestly, these are not that hard to achieve, because nowadays consumers are pretty conditioned to expect a welcome offer as they visit various e-com websites. So number one is, like, you want to have a 45 to 60% open rate. If you're getting anything less than this, then it's a huge sign of like deliverability issues going wrong. Why? Because people are putting their email in and they know that you're going to send them to their email. Then, the chance of them checking it is actually really high, because the grand majority of people want to receive the mystery discount, receive the actual discount itself, whatever it may be. So they're at their level when they are most highly engaged, right? Then from there, you should be able to see 10 to 20% click-through rates. So people who redirect themselves back to your website. And this, results in a whopping 20 to 30x ROI on your investment. So you must know how to treat new subscribers or entrants into your welcome flow with respect. New subscribers are highly engaged. A strategic welcome flow nurtures this interest, leading to sales. You should not waste this opportunity by sending one single email or not optimizing your welcome flow at all. You're basically throwing away, dollar bills, basically. So let's now talk about, designing a welcome series. Some people are writing like upwards of 12, 13, 15 emails. You really don't need that. Realistically, you need 5 to 8. If someone is not converting after 5 to 8 emails, they simply just don't want your product, or they have moved on and gotten another product. So what is email number one? It's the first impression. Like, it's the first impression plus delivery of the incentive that you mentioned. So like, if we told them they were going to get 20% off, then you should deliver a code that delivers 20% off. At the same time, though, you are trying to make a good first impression, meaning you're trying to let them know this is your brand, this is what you stand for, this is the quality that they should expect by engaging with your brand. So first impressions really matter, okay? Number two then is differentiation, like why are you different, and what is different about the product, like why should they choose you as opposed to someone else. This is also actually when many brands like to include words from the founder. I think in a day and age of today where we're trying to connect with many people, people are doing this in plain text form. So it seems like, really enriching, really good opportunity for the brand founder to connect with its potential customers, and potential customers want to buy from people, not necessarily just organizations. So number three then will be social proof. Basically, the idea here is like if someone else likes it, then I think it's possible that I'll like it too. And in a way, there's also a bias that if they like it and I like it, they like me subconsciously because we like the same thing. So social proof wins. Then number four is education. This is like either like how to use the project or a product, how to style the product, or complementary services and goods to the product. Then for the last email, you want to give a reminder. This is about the discount that they opted for if they still have not converted. And email 6 and 7 can be like bigger discounts. Sometimes different brands do this, but for a successful welcome series, this is about all you need. Before I dive into the actual like emails themselves, I want to talk about what is the prelude to the welcome series. And the prelude to the welcome series is actually the pop-up form. So, at the moment, on average, pop-ups are actually converting at a staggering 2 to 4%. Okay, so like for every 10,000 visitors, that is 200 people that fill out your pop-up form. And pop-ups like this, however, are converting at a significantly higher rate actually. So pop-ups like this are converting around 8 to 16%, which is insane. Why? I'll explain. Instead of the traditional like, hey, you've got 20% off, or free shipping on us, or something generic that customers are very used to receiving nowadays, this is completely different. What this is gamified. So it's fun. Like, this is a brand that I found recently, and I was fully invested. Like, you can see I clicked it once, and then I clicked it twice, and you can sure as bet that I clicked it a third time just to find out what the mystery discount was. So we also have this humanistic thing, which is called like commitment bias. Like, as soon as I began, I knew 100% that I would be putting my email inside of this response form, whatever, to get this discount, and obviously to see what their emails were like. And this is called commitment bias. Like, once they start playing your game, they're gonna play it until the end. This is why it actually has almost 4 times, 6 times the opening rate, or sorry, the conversion rate on this kind of pop-up. It's just more interesting. It's literally just more fun. And since the customers are engaging with us and exchanging something valuable to them, their email, we might as well make it so. So it's actually, let me show you the email that I got, because it's an email that we will go ahead and redesign together. Let's see. Yep. So if you take a look here, like super basic. We're definitely gonna edit this. Well, it's got a give, and then just the code itself. But I think that we can do something a little bit sweeter, and we'll see if we can send it over to the brand owner. Anyway, let's continue. Let's talk about email number 1. So email number 1. Oh lordy, where is email number 1? Okay, so let's talk about email number 1. And in email number 1, what is the goal? The goal is to deliver the incentive, and welcome to the brand. Okay, so the promise, that's what they gave us the email for, and the first impression. And first impressions really matter, guys. Like, if you show up to a date very sloppily, then that person obviously will have a very sloppy interpretation of your personality and character. It's the exact same way with these brands. Like, if you appear sloppy, then that customer will also have a very sloppy interpretation of your brand. So what's the copy theme here? Well, the copy theme is reciprocity. I mean, they just gave us their email, and we do want to let them know what we are about. Call to action style, you want to use your discount, like tell them to use the discount, or view bestsellers in which they can use their discount. So this crucial first email, it sets the tone. So make a strong, positive impression and deliver on your sign-up promise. If we take a look at the example here, they actually use some of the social proof right at the bat. and a strong block of copy, honestly. But I think this is okay because the call to action in the code are still above the fold. You have some lifestyle imagery, and then some information about the product itself. So it looks like a focus pill. One more CTA, and then some explanation regarding like how to actually use the product after they have purchased, or like the timeline of the effect of the product. In finish, like deliver the incentive, right? Deliver the incentive, and then a bit more statement around what the brand is about and what they can hope by engaging with the brand. So let's talk about email number two. Email number two, it's why we're different. So what's the goal here? The goal is to explain what makes your product better. So the majority of us are not living in blue oceans, rather we're living in red oceans, right? So there are a bunch of other people in places that look just like you and me, and you're trying to be different, right? So what this means is you need to let the customer know like very well and clear why exactly you are different, right? So this trigger happens one day after the initial welcome email was sent, and then the copy theme is like, authority and belief breaking. Like let's take a look at this example really quickly. So this is Better Brand, and tagline, more protein is better. But look at this, like a Better Bagel has 26 grams of protein compared to an average protein shake, which has 15 grams of protein. This right here is called a broken belief. Like that's staggering. So now because of this statement, what am I now? I'm like now curious. Like I'm entirely bought in. I want to know how on earth does this bagel have more than a scoop of protein? So I would definitely click this button. What is the call to action? Like you want them to explore collections or anything that's related to your brand. What is the purpose of this email? You want to address common objections, showcase your unique selling points, and build trust by proving your value proposition. Let's go to email number 3, social proof. So what is the goal of the social proof email? It is to show customer love and reviews. Like basically if other people like your product, it's so much better that other people tell other people that it is good than you yourself saying that it is good, right? So what you want to do here is send the trigger 2 days later. Honestly, like, all these emails are being like dripped out like over a sequence of like 2 days, then 2 days, then 2 days, then 2 days, then 5 days. You can choose your frequency, but like, higher frequency, honestly, is better, but like don't be obsessive and aggressive. So what's the copy theme? The copy theme is bandwagon. Like you should totally jump on this train because like 1,000 other people have jumped on this train before you and they had a good time. So I'm thinking that you will also have a good time too. And then some emotional reinforcement, like because they did it and they had a good time doing it, the chances of you having a good time doing it too are also pretty high. So might as well try. What's the call to action? Like go check out what other people's like. Look at this example here. Pretty much word for word, right? See what everyone is saying, right? I actually really like this example because it includes this section here. And when you see this section visually, you believe like there's a little bit more that's happening inside of this email. So I almost kind of wish like the contents of the email would carousel because that's my expectation. Like there should be a little bit more actually that comes. So I'm curious to see what all these other people have to say about this brand basically. So here you have call to action, and then you have like a little bit more source proof as well. So basically this email number 3, you want to leverage the power of testimonials, like let happy customers speak for your brand and build confidence through shared experiences. Let's now talk about email number 4, which is about education and identity. It's kind of similar to email number 2, in all honesty, but what's the goal of this email? You want to teach them how to style or use your product. Trigger 2 days later, and the copy is identity building. It's similar. You're not like the others. Why? Because you work with our product in a different way, or you play with our product in a different way, or you experience our product in a different way. What's the call to action? Shop by style, right? So different types of the same product, or by lifestyle, like different demographics of people. So what's the main purpose? You want to help subscribers envision themselves using your product. Like how does it fit in their daily lives? How does your specific product fit in their daily lives compared to the like 99 other options that they have? You want to provide valuable content that enhances their experience and like makes them feel like, I could totally see myself using this product. Okay, let's look at the example over here. It's a coffee brand, and you got some pretty bold titles, right? Better coffee delivered, and here roasted in Italy, loved in Sweden. So some pretty swanky places that are being listed. But as you can see, there are some various ways or different categories of this product, right? So got lungo style, espresso, ristretto, decaf, some of which I've never heard of, but these are all different ways that the product can be used. And then finishing off with some, some proof. from Trustpilot, which is actually a really strong action to include. Okay, let's talk about the fifth and final email. What this email is, it is a offer reminder, and we do want the people that are receiving this email to feel a little bit of FOMO, fear of missing out. What's the goal? We want to push urgency before the offer expires, right? Like the people who didn't convert up until here, so let's understand like the conversion mechanism. Like at the top part of the funnel, the welcome funnel, most people will convert around here, right? Like they came with the incentive to receive the offer, right? And most people will like take advantage of it there, right? So the next people who kind of needed to know about who you are and like what you stand for, they will convert there. And then the next people who needed to see other people social proof, they will convert there. So like fundamentally, when you arrive to email number 5, like there's just a small amount of people that will convert at this email. So we're giving them the biggest push, right? What's the biggest push? Like you're running out of time, friend. So what's the copy theme? Scarcity and urgency. And the call to action, use a discount before it disappears. So as you can see inside of this example here, you've got, big old timer, ends tonight, more scarcity, more urgency. The clock is ticking. Go, go, go. So basically pushing the customer towards that decision phase of like actually, making a decision to buy the product or not. And if they're not buying it after all this time and all this email and all this juicy content that you've given them, they're not going to buy it anyway, unless you have some campaigns or things that you can run on the back end to change your mind. So why all of this and why does it matter? Because this 5 email sequence works, okay? This 5 email sequence is rooted in psychology and timing. It's proven to work across industries, converting new subscribers into loyal customers. Like whatever kind of, vertical that you're in, you can convert customers with a welcome flow. It's actually quite simple. Then if you're not implementing this flow, you are indeed leaving money on the table. It's just a fact. So you can either design it by yourself, or I would love to sit down with you and design it with you. Okay, so if that's you, please go to the link inside of the description and book a call with my team, and then we can help you set this up. But actually what we're going to do now is we're going to go and set this up together for that brand I told you about, Tippy Tappy. And I actually already made the email. I guess I'll just walk you through the email elements on why we did it that way, and then how we sort of arrived at the final product. And I'll show you all of the steps basically just as they were done. Okay, so let's go to chat here, and we first asked GPT to remember some of this guidance, right, about the 5 step email. And then we said we're going to design an email. So let's read the first one. You are now writing a 5 email series for a brand called Tippy Type. I want you to visit their website and get an understanding of their product. They sell keyboard covers that enable women with long nails to type comfortably and stylishly. So ChatGPT did what GPT does, and he went to the website. So here's a refined 5 email welcome series for Tippy Tap using best in class persuasion tailored to long nail loving audience. I visited tippytype.co to understand the product, raise silicone keyboard covers that let people with medium to long nails type comfortably, protect their manicure, and boost speed and accuracy. And GPT gave us, 5 reasonable starts, of emails regarding how we can make the final product. Then what we did from there is, okay, let's start designing email number 1, right? So I like to outline a full copy alongside some design suggestions. Let's begin the first email. So the first email came out like this, goal, deliver discount code, as we mentioned, reciprocity, warm, clarity, stylish. Pretty generic, honestly. Typing, make, cute, sounds like GPT. We made this for your nails and your inbox. Doesn't really fit the brand image that we saw when we did a lot of the research. So body copy, right? We're so glad you're here. Tippy Type was made for those who love long nails and need to type comfortably. No more clacking, no more angles, no more chipped acrylics. It's a good start. I think that we will make a change. And then GPT suggested us a mini benefit section, right? So why use the product? Protect your nails, boost typing comfort, soft, stylish, and easy to clean, comes in a set of colors that match your vibe. Then the CTA, then secondary CTA, then footer visual, 3 color swatch preview of type-selling covers with the main labels of the actual colors. So playing around with ChatGPT, whatever. What we ended up doing then was change the subject line and preview text, right? Make them flow as if they're finishing each other's sentence, and then this is what GPT spit out. So your 10 code is inside, and so is the fix for typing with long nails. Not the best, right? So we asked ChatGPT for 3 more suggestions. Typing, make it cute, your exclusive, not the best, right? So it came out more. This fix is soft, cute silicone. Say goodbye to click-clack typing, and hello to smooth keys and protected nails. Potentially could be, right? Well, at that time was not satisfied. So what I did was I just visited the website and copied in some of the copy that they have there. So basically, like saying to GPT, like match this copy. So what was the request? This is some of the copy from the page. Just generate 3 more with this voice in mind. Like, how does the current Brown founder start speaking about the product? And then, asking GPT to sort of model it, right? And you can see, like, it's pretty casual, right? Like, I love my TB type keyboard covers. Like, some of the reviews also got copied in there, which is actually interesting, but I guess it's good. Then it came out with this. So you shouldn't have to choose between perfect nails and getting, things done. Nail goals, work goals. You can totally have both. Here's 10% to prove it. For baddies who want to type, meet the keyboard that gets long nails. Understandable. Okay, so let's write a header section of the email that we use in attention grabber. So then it, wrote as a header section, which is made for long nails, obsessed over by people who type. Subheading, say goodbye to weird angles, typos, and chip polish. Tippy type helps you work, write, and scroll without sacrificing your nose or your vibe. This is not that bad, right? We asked for 3 more angles, right? And then you had empowerment angle, relatable humor angle, invented just for you angle. And then that's kind of where we finished out. So let's go to the actual design itself so that we can understand about how we ended up making this look before we push it out. So let's head on over to Canva, to Figma, and let's see what we did here. So like always, we ended up setting up our design rationale. So we set up our design rationale, which is just like all of the different brand assets before we got to working on the email. And the way that we did it is just visited the website, then started to copy in some of the assets, replace some of the colors, grab the font using different tools like Fonts Ninja. And then we actually wanted to plan the email first, okay? So what was the purpose and goal? Deliver incentive, targeted segment, right? Copy blocks, choosing some of the best contents that we got from the ChatGPT generation, and then filling it in, right? So we decided the main body section, TV type was made for, so here's the header, nail goals, work goals, right? You can totally have both. Here's 10% to prove it. Keep the nails and the speed. Typing just got a whole lot easier and cuter. TB type was made for those of us who love long nails and need to type comfortably. No more clicking, no more angles, no more cheap acrylics. Because like on the website, she was advertising kind of to more like, women who have like careers, established careers, and they still kind of want to have their nice nails. So what we then did was look for some inspiration. You can use a lot of things to find inspiration. You can just build really good emails, Pinterest, honestly. So this was an email that we found off of build.com, and we kind of modeled the initial portion of the email using also some of the design notes from ChatGPT. And this is the finished product, right? So tippy typey, keep your nails and your speed to kind of match some of the things that they have on their website, right? So if you see here, like they've got this highlighted more manis, less typos, this social proof of where they've been listed, and then kind of this like neon green, drop shadow kind of box thing going on. So yes, we actually made this a GIF, okay? So I will quickly show you how we got this element into a GIF. It's actually quite simple, okay? So let's go, back to their website. So here on the front page, there's actually this video, and we can actually inspect element this. So let's go ahead and inspect element this. We'll take our cursor over it. We will hover, and we can, let's see, we can actually open this element in a new tab. We'll just save it as it is. Right? So what you can do is you can go to any website, and you can type in video to GIF. Okay, so you have easy GIF. Free convert works really well. So let's go to free convert. And what you want to do is you want to, convert it to GIF. Like if you wanted to play a little bit smoother, just put the FPS much higher. And then I think a good compression is okay so that the file size becomes a bit smaller. And then let's convert to GIF. So it'll upload. Waiting. Okay, so it's still uploading. Bear with me here. In the meantime, let's go through the rest of the design together. Okay, so now it's converting. Let's see if it happens quickly. Okay, we'll come back to it. So as you can see, we put the GIF there. Keep your nails and your speed, and just a bit of like embellishing items like keyboard icon here, and then some of the copyright. So tippy tappy was made for those of us who love long nails but want to type comfortably. No more clacking, no more read angles, and no more chipped acrylics. And then what do? We deliver the incentive and a call to action for them to take advantage of it. Additionally, we wanted to add another section with each of the products. And basically what we did was we took a picture of some of the different colorways that they have. And we actually used a new Figma function. So this new Figma function is here, radial repeat, linear repeat. And what that allows you to do is actually, repeat an item very beautifully, either radially or linearly. So that's what we ended up doing for the image. We did a radial repeat, and as you can see, make a nice radial image of the keyboard itself. And then we drew a line to path, and we did text to path for each of the various text related to the colorway of the item. Then we added a mini swatch here, and I think what we'll do actually is we'll put the price tag and a shop button so that the recipient of the email can know that each of these are clickable sections if they like that particular colorway and would like to take action. Then finishing it with a call to action, see all colors, and then a small footer section, which is all models, all colors, surprise me, and then some of their social icons. So let's quickly go back to the GIF since it's the most complicated part of the video. We download the GIF, and then we will put this into our design, just so that you can see how incredibly simple it is. So you'll find that GIF wherever it was inside of your downloads, and then go ahead and drop that GIF into your design. So this is now a GIF, and we can manipulate it however. Cool. I trust that you will be able to understand, but this is the video on how to design and convert a high-performing welcome email. Cheers. So like I shared inside of the video, if you want this written for you, designed for you, and implemented perfectly into Klaviyo, all completely done for you, go ahead and hit the link inside of the description and book a call with me and my team. Cheers.